Sup, nerds? James here with Brandon, Chase, and my icky father, who's weird and gross and whatever. Nobody likes him, right? Nobody likes him. We can all agree on that. Say I if you agree.
It depends on where he's at with you or
Uh,
Chase, and me. Really, it changes.
it
Right now, I like
changes.
him just fine.
I feel like this is a first strike, knowing what he's about to say and the movie he made us watch.
Yeah, I had to come in with something really bad so that the next part doesn't seem atrocious. All right, so this month's movie club movie was the 1970s cult classic ultra mega LSD drug trip Zardoz, starring Sean Connery of all people. And we'll get into the history of the production of this film because there's some crazy stuff that happened behind the scenes. But I'm now being put on the spot to explain why I picked this because
Yes, we deserve an explanation.
We need answers.
yeah. And the best thing I could say is I had learned about this film when I was watching some YouTube video analysis stuff about, what it means to write godly entities and like false gods and all that jazz. And Zardoz was one of the examples among Twin Peaks and so many other things. And I was like, Zardoz, what? And then I saw Sean Connery in the thong, and I'm like, that's where that's from? And so I went down this rabbit hole of connecting these dots and threads and doing random research on this weird ass movie. And eventually I was like, I'll just subject other people to this torment too while I'm at it. And so
what I
that's
heard was,
Zardoz.
if Sean Connery is in a thong, James is there. That's
James
what I heard.
100%
Well,
in it.
there's
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Okay, there's a Cards Against Humanity card that is a photo of Sean Connery in that movie, and I could never figure out where it was from. So that's part of it. It's
And
very
it was a learning
disparate threads.
experience for all of us.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it's like conspiracy theory.
the defendant has spoken. Who would like to go next?
Oh God, not the prosecution.
Chase, you have the floor.
I'll let you go, Brandon, but I just wanted to start by saying that the first thing I wrote in my notes was penis opening.
The penis is bad.
The very first, like when I kind of realized what was going on, I literally was like, "Oh, so we leave it up to the college kid and he picks space porn." So it's like, all right. I was like, this is
At least
what happened.
Orgasmo is like superheroes in porn.
I feel like I feel like you can definitely tell where they spent the budget and where they were out of money throughout the film. Like you're like, oh, like the opening with the floating head, and I was like, visually, that's cool. I like the special effects, the set, and all that. And then he like ends up in this farm town where you can tell they just painted a wall, like, oh, let's paint it a weird color, and then like. They're in this room where it's like a bunch of fabric that you could tell was probably supposed to be like lights, but it was cheaper to just buy the fabric and make everything. I also feel like the intro to the movie with the floating head and the painted on facial hair was like a very just setting tone of what we were about to go through.
Yeah.
What, you didn't like the gun is good monologue?
I wrote the entire thing down, by the way.
Oh, did you? Can you give us?
Gun is good.
Can you give it
All
to
right,
us?
so it says, Zardoz speaks to you, his chosen ones. You have been raised up from brutality to kill the brutals who multiply and are legion. To this end, Zardoz, your god, gave you the gift of the gun. The gun is good. The penis is evil. The penis shoots seeds and makes new life to poison the earth with the plague of men as it once was. But the gun shoots death and purifies the earth of the filth of brutals. Go forth and kill. Zardoz has spoken.
The gun is
Monologue
good.
right there was. I was like, oh, okay. Like,
And then a bunch of guns and ammunition just shoots out of his mouth.
just fucking vomiting.
I love
Also-
seeing it hit the camera and like the little camera shake that's like, oh, camera hop got hit.
I also like too that like those were all thrown off, and then they pick them up and start firing them, and I'm like, you're just throwing loaded weapons out, like none of those misfired. Like
All I could think was this is a conservative wet dream right there.
there was a lot of that had me questioning James, political
No.
affiliations.
Believe me, this movie represents everything that would be like the worst possible outcome of an apocalypse.
So yeah, Jimmy.
Pretty bad.
I want to hear Jimmy's take. Jimmy hasn't said much.
Well, this is one of those movies that growing up people talked about. And I'm like, okay, but it never crossed my path till now.
Intentionally.
Till now. And I've been a huge Sean Connery fan my whole life. So, yeah, I am glad I watched it and have seen it, and now it's in my lexicon. I can see why it hasn't survived as some of the other cult classics of that era have. Soylent Green comes to mind as a political commentary that everybody can quote, but maybe not hasn't seen, but they at least get the gist of it. This one, and then when I looked up John Boorman's filmography,
did the same thing.
I was like, okay, well, Deliverance, that makes sense. This is pretty messed up. Excalibur still haunts me as a kid. It's not necessarily scary, but it's dragons and search for the Excalibur and the sword, and it's pretty brutal and scary.
Ladies and lakes giving out swords is no proper way of running a government.
Anywho, for 4-year-old Jimmy, Hope and Glory was a really good movie, but it's like set World War II Britain, so it's not happy. So I guess my overall commentary is I'm not sure John Boorman knows how to be happy.
No, it seems that he doesn't.
But he's definitely got talent, and I really like in this movie how he wanted to have a commentary, and there is a commentary. I just think what he wanted to accomplish wasn't necessarily feasible with the times, the possible technology, and certainly the budget he had, because he was biting off a lot, but didn't really produce what he wanted. And even at that end, simple things, it's like, why didn't you give people names? Like friend, like give him a fucking name so I can remember who the hell that guy is.
I think the weirdness overwhelmed whatever message he was trying to say.
I agree, and it's also weird to me, and maybe it's coming off of Deliverance. Like this was theoretically going to be a blockbuster in that the original actor who was going to play Zed was Burt Reynolds, and Burt Reynolds, like a huge name in the 70s, that's big get. He dropped out because he got sick, and like
he got sick
week before film. Well, Burt Reynolds has done some crazy ass shit, so I wouldn't doubt if he was stoked. But Sean Connery jumps in because he wants to get away from the James Bond visage, and boy did he. It was shot in Ireland, which also cracks me up because they had a tough time getting the guns there because of the IRA and the Civil War that they were having. So having actual guns in the country was dangerous. There's just a lot of like fucked up shit behind the scenes, and it certainly came forth through the lens.
Yes. It's funny because that was the first thing I thought as I was like, how the fuck did Sean Connery pick this? And that was the first thing it said. It was like trying to reinvent himself from James Bond. And I'm like, well, you showed everybody your range on that one, my guy. It's also funny to read that he was trying to adapt Lord of the Rings, and they were like, this is going to be way too expensive. And he was like, what if I still did my own world? And then here you go.
Yeah. That was the biggest surprise, that he was involved with Lord of the Rings at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that I don't know if the idea to do Lord of the Rings back then was the reason why we got the Hobbit animation. I have no idea what that storyline is, because obviously we didn't get a Lord of the Rings film back then. But for him to then jump off and be like, fine, fuck you, I want to create my own world. It's like, you know what? George Lucas had that problem with Flash Gordon, and I believe he was a little more successful with his failed experiment than John Boorman.
to think there is a timeline.
Well, I
where
don't
this
think
is
that's a
off.
fair comparison.
And there's
I
those,
still want the prequels to Zardoz. Come on, man.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying there's a timeline where Disneyland has a Zardoz land instead of Star Wars, and Zardoz says the Mandalorian and fucking Grogu.
The
Are all the
vortex.
employees dressed up like that?
What?
At that ride, are all the employees just
Yes,
dressed up in
everyone at the Escape from Zardos's Head ride is all wearing the
And all it yells is,
Gun is good.
bad. Penis is bad.
They hand you shotguns as you're going.
Yeah,
up?
exactly. This is how you shoot the characters on the ride.
Uh,
But yeah,
But it was. I will say though, it was an interesting commentary once we get to see the Eternals, and to that end, maybe this is the best movie using Eternals. I don't know, but with Eternals,
Ooh,
damn.
they're want to evolve, but the evolution would be death, and it's this weird, like, we can't comprehend that because, as far as I know, 99% of the population doesn't want to die, but they do want to die or at least have something change, and death is the thing that is easiest to do per se in far as change. And then you just realize there's not just the Eternals. I don't remember their names, but sort of the crazy kooks who are in
the Renegades.
the Renegades who were part of them, and then we find out they were the ones that actually created this. Well, it's not Narnia. What the fuck is the place called?
The vortex.
The Tabernacle? I don't remember what it was, but
Oh, the tabernacle's the computer. The vortex is the safe space.
no, it's just like this weird, and that may be part of it too. It's introducing so many different weird ass concepts that it's hard to keep track of. But overall, I thought the idea he was trying to present, especially when they tie in the Wizard of Oz idea with Zardoz, it makes sense, and paid no attention to the man behind the mask. Wow, like I'm still trying to comprehend what the hell I watched.
Yeah, I definitely think that is the biggest weakness of Zardoz, is that you really have to kind of shut out certain aspects of it to get the message Boorman was trying to go for. Like, I actively had to be like, that's not important. I'm just going to pretend that didn't matter. And then it really didn't matter at the end of the day. And it's unfortunate how certain aspects of the film you could truly just cut out, and it would honestly be a better film, because I'm trying to think of a specific scene, but it's really just little moments that it's like, did we need this? Did this need to happen to prove anything to us that we already didn't know? And a lot of it just comes down to like, oh, these are rich asshats. They are so far removed from, the common people that their means and methods make no sense to us regardless. Why do we need this to exist? And why do we need this scene to tell us that when we can already easily infer that? I don't know. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of science fiction. Let's just throw shit at the audience and see what happens. And it's like, no, you're obscuring your message by throwing too much at the audience.
It's an interesting commentary too, because in the lexicon of film history, which is not that old, I love to remind people that film is not old. It's one of the youngest art forms. So we're really still exploring it. But we had this war and post-war era McCarthyism where everything had to be played safe. And if you went against or presented anything that would be potentially communist or anti-American, then you were going to be thrown in front of the House Committee of Ethics and blacklisted potentially. So we have this era of musicals and Happy Happy Joy and pro-war films. We get to the late 60s and 70s and does a 180 where we get some weird ass experimental Easy Rider, Deliverance, hell, Deep Throat, an X-rated film was released, a wide release, just experimentally. It was a big deal.
Rocky Horror, Phantom of the Paradise,
Star
Wars.
Those are later. This is when we get into more of the
my bad.
The brutality, the nudity, the sex, all that stuff. That didn't like. Yes, Rocky Horror Picture Show did explore that, but that was, I'd say, on the tail end of this movement.
Okay.
And I feel like Zardoz is really trying to find its way in that atmosphere, visually, not necessarily the story that he was trying to portray, but just there's some beautiful shots where they're both approaching the mirrors, and you see them like
I noticed
different-
those. I was impressed by that.
It's like beautiful filming. Some of the scenes where they're under the cloth, like there's one, I don't remember the woman's name. It wasn't Friend. But he's
Wow.
like standing straight up, but then the camera makes it look like she's almost hovering over Sean Connery. And it's like, wow, this is some beautiful cinematography. The camera tricks they used, even the gun spitting out of Zardoz and the head floating. It's like, these are really imaginative ways to use technology back then and really push the envelope to film. But then again, like Brandon mentioned, there's just other stuff that's like, he's in a Zed, Sean Connery's in a plastic bag, and they're like attacking him, and he's like poking through it. And it's like, are you serious right now? That's the best you could do? Okay, whatever. Or one of my favorites, as I was talking to James earlier, was this is before there were real laws, and being in Ireland, I have no idea what laws existed. You have a main actor, Sean Connery, like sliding down a grass hill in a thong. Like, what the fuck could have gone wrong, and how fucked up did he get from that shot? How many times did they shoot that damn thing?
And Sean Connery, he grew up running around Ireland like that. Come on.
Scotland.
Oh,
And
excuse me.
Oh, wow.
Scotland.
And it's just funny because you're like, okay, you can almost see, you didn't see the fear in Sean Connery's eyes, but almost the trepidation in his actions as he had to do that scene, like, oh shit, I got to make this fall and like grab onto something and hope I hit that spot where I can stand back up. And you're like, dude, wow. Thank God there were no kids on set because they clearly would have been abused by no laws.
Oh, no shit.
So it's this film that's very odd in 1974. It's crazy that it has lasted this long as far as James would even find it for us to have to watch.
Have to watch.
But,
Honestly,
I mean, it's there.
honestly, like some of the things like you were talking about, like some of those camera shots and like even like where they put the money for the budget and the set design. Like I love seeing stuff like that. Like I love watching a movie and knowing that like everything you're seeing was built and constructed and lit and like I love that. So I mean, anytime I watch a movie and it's practical sets and practical designs and stuff, it's always really cool to see like and to think the amount of work that went into things like that, like even the floating head at the beginning and the you know, just seeing those effects used properly. I did laugh out loud because I wasn't grasping what exactly was going on yet, but when he commandeers the floating head and Zardoz, I thought he gets killed, but he kind of just like flies away, which didn't make sense to me, but whatever. But
No, he gets killed. He dies there.
That's death. Okay.
That's death. But okay, the way I understand it is when an immortal dies, they do die, but they are literally just completely rebuilt.
Yeah,
molecularly, foundationally, and they're re-given memories. It's like
don't believe they explained that in the movie, but doing the research, that's what they said. Something almost like not the latest run, but Hickman's run on X-Men, where they just remake the X-Man who died.
Yeah.
That's
just
what I took it as.
made anew, which is even more terrifying that you still can die and feel pain like that. But anyways,
well, the shot I loved, and I honestly I wish I could find a screenshot of it because it's just so. I laughed out loud. Was when he lands the floating head to be with the immortals, and it's just kind of behind a house. But like I can't tell if it was meant to be parked there or if he was trying to hide it, but it's not hidden at all. It's just this massive fucking head next to this cottage. I don't know why, but I just cracked up when I saw that. Because like I'm like, is he supposed to like, is it cool that he's there? Is it not cool that he's there? Is he trying to hide or what? And he just like, I'll just park this here. No one should notice it.
it'll be fine. Who cares?
But it is a fun commentary too on Zardoz. Who was it with Brian? I keep saying Brian. Life of Brian. I don't know why. The dude who was in the fucking Zardoz.
I swear to God, it's John or something.
You might be right.
Actor?
No,
No,
the character.
Character name.
Arthur.
Arthur?
Yeah.
Oh. So Arthur
Who is Zardoz?
tacks on like
I am Arthur. And
Zed.
I am Zardoz.
and teaches Zed, educates Zed, only to have Zed kill him. And I'm like, what a great commentary on God that, yeah, God created us, and then all we want to do is kill him. Now,
Well,
if that movie, I'd get it a little better, but I found that very interesting.
Well, I also like how that plays into the whole thing that to the highest class of people with the most riches, the lowest class are just playthings. They're just toys, and it's. I mean, obviously, it's not the most forefront commentary because then it gets into man and technology being the big fight. But it's that amazing subtle point that it's like these people who have gained immortality through vast riches in technology have become so bored with their lives at home that they have resorted to just playing with the common people as toys because they're so bored, and that it gets to a point where they get so bored of their lives that they create a super being capable of killing them because they don't want to live anymore because immortality sucks. And it's tragic that plot point is so hidden and obscured by just the weird ass shit that's going on in this movie.
Well, and to that end, they're so bored that they do petty games amongst themselves. And the law is, I'm going to age you 50 years, but you can't die. So it's like, what the fuck does that mean then?
Or even worse, the apathetics.
Yeah,
who just don't do shit.
Here's a fun fact I'm reading right now is that Sean Connery signed on to this because he was so sick of being typecast as James Bond and wanted to play a role so different that it would be unrecognizable. Later, he passed on the role of Gandalf in Lord of the Rings because he thought the script was strange and confusing.
But then he took League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which sadly was like one of his last films, which I hate that movie.
What?
I have to tell you, like,
Lord of the Rings was confusing.
Yeah, compared to Zardoz. I have a weird relationship with League of Extraordinary Gentlemen because that comic is so good. The movie as a action movie by itself is okay. Compared to the comic, it is a pile of dog shit. But he actually, like, to put him under the bus, like, he's kind of the reason that movie got changed so much. Is because his character plays an opium addict and he didn't want to play that. So they kind of just like rewrote it into this like action thing that basically sucked. But yeah, man, he's had some decisions in his career, hasn't he?
Well, I will say after Diamonds Are Forever, when they brought him back in his last Bond film, they paid him a shit ton of money at the time. And that freed him up to do some crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
Boy, did he take advantage. So you have weird ones like this, and you have fun ones to me like Time Bandits, where he just makes an appearance. That's cool. Even Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. You say what you will about, Bryan Adams and his score playing forever and Kevin Costner's horrible accent, but the ending to that where he shows up as King Arthur is like, nice. I love
that shit kicks ass.
I mean, King Richard.
A Scotsman, the king of the Britons.
Could happen. But yeah, it's like Sean. But that's the funny part, though. You look at other actors of the time who were huge. Not like Burt Reynolds made a lot of quality choices going forward with that. And it wasn't like today where there's like a high budget film released almost every week. This is like 70s where they didn't have that many releases. A movie would play in a theater almost all summer. They didn't even have summer blockbusters yet because Jaws was the first in 75.
Yeah, it is funny to look at that because it said this was 74.
Yep.
And then to think that Star Wars came out 77. And yeah, like it's just a neat time in film to like I said, good, bad, or indifferent. It was cool to see like just the effects and the things that they did, and whether or not this movie was outstanding or whatever, like you can tell that some of the things that they did probably helped lend a hand to future sci-fi and action movies in Hollywood, just the way of running production on them.
And I will say we're 30 minutes almost into filming, and we've talked a lot about penis, but we haven't talked about a lot of the boobs that we got to see.
That is true. I forgot
Lots of
there were a lot of
Yeah,
boobs.
James, you know there's porn now, right? You don't have to watch
Okay.
stupid shit like this.
Hey, this is the second time in my life I've watched a film where there were lots of boobs, and I was like, I don't care about the boobs. I want to know what's happening.
Like it
Twice.
leans.
There's a magic. There's a magic
It
to
does
that.
not coax you into the whole concept of rape. He just like starts going for it, and I was like,
Yeah.
That was like, what the fuck? All
That
right.
literally gave me flashbacks to Mad Max 2, where it was like, I totally not a fan of rape of any form, but oh my god, when it's just presented to you on film and it's like,
Well, you think about that, and then this is the same guy who did Deliverance, so he's got
it's
a
funny
weird.
you say that. I literally have in my
weird
notes
fetish.
European Mad Max.
European.
it really was like all over the place.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not saying it's anywhere as good, but it has very similar vibes to it.
Yeah.
I would
And
also
I
like to
think they're
point
good
out,
ways. Well,
Charlotte Rampling. Like, I know her from Dexter. I think it was the last season. She
I was so stoked to see her, man.
and I'm like, I'm not really up on her, but I'm like, oh my gosh, she was beautiful. Not that she wasn't beautiful when she was older, but I was
She
like,
was in Dune. She was in Dune.
I have erased Dune out of my brain because of the Baron. That thing scares me, man. No.
womp womp.
No.
Oh my
No.
god, she wasn't, dude.
That's what he just said.
I'm having this
I just had
epiphany,
an epiphany,
Brandon.
guys.
I'm having this epiphany. Let me have it, like the idiot I am for not recognizing an actor.
All right. You get 5 seconds, James. Go.
She was a dude. I'm an idiot. Anyway, okay, there we go. I'm
Oh,
done.
look at that. I'm taking 4.
So is Sting.
I know that.
Well, we're saying obvious. I just figured, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle MacLachlan was in it. Patrick Stewart was in it.
He
Sting
should've done
sucks,
Star
though.
Wars.
So fuck that.
The dude, the Eraserhead was in it.
I was talking about
Big
the
Ed
good
was
Dune,
in
but
it.
Okay.
Wait, the new ones? What?
Charlotte Rampling was in the new one.
Oh,
She was the new one? Oh, I was going to the old one.
Oh yeah, she was the
yeah, she was in the new one. Oh, okay.
what do they call her? The mother or whatever? I don't remember.
Oh, the mother something. I don't know. Only thing I remember is the Lisa Al Gaib and the voice. And the voice makes you do things. If I had the voice, I'd just tell people to shit themselves.
Wonderful.
Back to Zardoz.
Back to Zardoz. Yeah, I just
I am glad though, because when the dates started coming up and they were like future dates from 74, but not future dates for us, I was like, dude, is this going to be like 2001 where we're watching a movie in the past?
I love that. I love nothing more than the like in the year 2009, and I'm like,
Well, that's why I'm glad. Like,
it's actually way worse than that now. And
Opening the Blade Runner.
that's why I was impressed
2019.
before, but I'm
Listen
like,
to that.
2,293. I'm like, thank you. We're not going to see that at all. And this film, if it survives that long, holy crap.
I don't know. We're getting scarily close to a lot of similar things in the modern era.
I don't know, James. I've seen the future.
Doesn't work. All right, Kyle Reese. All right, Kyle Reese.
That's Zed.
yeah,
Who's
it's,
Zed?
All right, Kyle Reese.
it's Zen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you brought it up.
I loved. You have penetrated me. It's like, who wrote that fucking line? Like,
John Boorman. He wrote this.
yep.
I also love like a movie like this. I know I don't have any on the top of my head right now, but there's other examples of like an actor just being like, I get this, I get it, and like all like into it and kind of pretentious about it, and then like now we watch it, we're just like, dude, what the fuck? We're like, what are you talking about? Like
What balls were you tripping, bro?
Well, that's actually when I went on, I saw a post on Reddit about it, and all the comments were like, saw this in the theaters, still fucking love it. I was stoned out of my mind. It made so much sense. It made so much sense when I saw it the first time. I'm glad I have that memory of it. Another like one of the other comments was like, yeah, dude, like drugs were good in the 70s. Like that's how this shit got made.
Well, I had to rewatch it under the influence, man. But couldn't that easily go the other way? Like you just have a bad trip because you.
Oh no, I mean it's a coin flip.
yeah.
It's a coin flip. It kind of just depends on what you're open up to go go
I
through. With
feel
that,
like
but-
it's a sober first watch, and then high as high can be second.
I
watch.
honestly, after the intro with the floating head, I was like, this would have been a good time. But since I already saw that, like if I would have watched that medicated, would have been like, all right, got it. But having watched the intro sober, I'm like, now I have to do this whole thing. So, and I did, and it was something. So
that intro is so weird because I feel like it adds needed context, but you don't need it, which is
honestly,
so weird.
Only thing I thought as soon as I saw it was Zombie. I was like, Mecca like a high ni ho.
Dude, what if we chroma keyed the guy's head on a black background? Hear me out.
It felt like
Hear
an
me out.
afterthought. Like they needed an
Yeah.
intro and they didn't have one.
Yeah, like they test
Yeah.
screened it and it was like nobody knows what's going on, and he's like, all right, let's just add a little.
It
Little
felt like the
context.
narration in the original theatrical cut for Blade Runner, that it's like, let's tack this on so the audience knows what's going on. And it's like, what? No.
Actually, to make a point of
I
that,
don't-
Chase, like you said, like I feel like they added the context and they did that, and then people are still like, it didn't explain fuck all.
Instead, it just goes. It goes from why was there a floating head to why are they talking about penis instead of just why are they talking about
The
penis.
fact that that was
The
so
gun
early
is
on in the
good.
movie, I was like, oh, okay. I do have to say though, the scene with the guns flow, like that was one of those shots that I was like, this is fucking cool. Like this is cool effect. It's
Mhm.
practical.
All I could think was I didn't know this was shot in futuristic Texas.
I'm just amazed at how much money they spent on ammunition just for those shots.
I did like how much effects have come though. Like there's the
Mhm.
scene where everybody's I think getting ready to plant wheat and the guy drops down and Sean Connery just shoots him point blank. But how those old blanks used to really like
Yeah.
shoot a whole jet of smoke out. Like I don't know. There were things that I definitely I don't ever regret watching any movie because there's always like even if I watch a terrible movie, I don't regret watching it because now I know where the new line is. You know what I mean? Like I won't necessarily put it on a second time,
The
but
bar is lowered.
I like I said, the practical effects and some of the cinematography in this was still really cool to see and you know.
Oh my god, the
The scene.
tabernacle scene with the mirrors.
Yeah,
Oh, that
like I said,
that was
you know,
brilliant.
it's kind of like Jimmy said, you know, it was still very young at that time. It's still young now, but to just see the things people were doing when you didn't have what is you have today, like
I think it's a great time capsule. However,
yeah, it's cool to
shitty
see
it
the
ended
effort
up.
being taken.
Yeah.
And to what Brandon just said, it's by far not the worst movie I've ever seen.
No,
I am happy
I've seen some bad ones.
so that I can talk about it. But yeah, it's nowhere near the worst movie I've ever seen.
No.
Yeah, but
Can you-
I can appreciate a bad movie like this because it's still you can laugh at it. It's funny.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, there are absolutely moments where it's
I've
like,
seen
this
movies
is the
that
best
have,
you could come
like,
up with.
Like upset me because they were so bad. You know,
Can you? I actually want to ask both of you. Can you name the worst movie you've ever seen?
Spring Breakers.
What is it?
Spring Breakers?
That's the worst.
I fucking hated that movie with every fiber of my being. I
Who's in
fucking hated that movie. It was genuinely upsetting how bad that movie was for
Who was
me.
in that one? I don't know if I know that one.
God, who fucking directed that one?
uh,
It was like wasn't that an early A24 film?
Yes, it's James Franco's in it, and
Ooh.
It's 2012.
a bunch of college girls rob like a cafe or something.
Vanessa
just to fund
Hudgens,
their
Selena
spring break.
Gomez. Yeah, I never saw it. It looked pretty awful.
Damn.
It was like if
But does
MTV
it
did
pass
an
the Bechdel
A24
test?
movie, you know?
Oh.
Nice.
Ooh.
I've walked out of two movies in my life. Loaded Weapon with Samuel Jackson and Emilio Estevez.
You walked out of that?
I'm like, Jesus, this sucks so bad. And the other one was Pokemon the movie, 2000.
That's not
I just
fair.
didn't understand it. I'm like, I'm not making fun of anybody or the movie. I'm like, I worked in the theater at the time, and I was able to get free tickets, and I sat down, and I'm like, I'm going to try and understand this.
Yeah, I have to say that.
You should have done research.
So I left.
my God.
Oh, James, I'm sorry. The internet was still pretty early
You
on.
could have gone to a library.
No, James, I'm telling you right now, if you weren't in it, you just weren't in it. Like, that's just where it was.
I tried, fuckface. Like,
you know what's funny you say that? My dad took my brother and me to that movie in the theater, and I should ask him if he has any recollection of having to sit through that.
We're going to reshoot this, and I'm going to be with Russ and be like, hey, Russell, do you remember watching Pokemon?
He probably blanked. Yeah, like
it was the greatest hour and a half nap I ever had.
Yeah, oh no shit.
I'll never forget. Phil dragged me to The Last Airbender.
Oh,
and I've never forgiven him for that one.
I mean, there was promise that was supposed to be good. So I mean,
I told him, I said, I've heard nothing but bad things about this. I'm telling you, we're gonna hate it. It's like, yeah, but you know, they kind of, because we had other people, they kind of want to see it. I'm like, it's gonna be bad, man. And I remember walking out when it was over, and nobody said a word.
Oh no. That was honestly me and my friends when we went and saw because I'm doing a rewatch now. It's gonna be the first time I've watched it, I think, maybe since it was in theaters. But when we finished Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, we were so silent. Like nobody wanted to say it was bad. Like we all were just like,
it had Indy in it.
Yeah.
Still better than Temple of Doom.
Temple of Doom isn't that bad.
I just rewatched that. That's so good. Okay, we'll have to say she yells so much, and I'm just like, shut up.
Future Spielberg, shut up.
Yes, future Spielberg. But
the
worst movie I've ever seen. I've only walked out of one movie, and it wasn't because we were in middle school, and like the group that we all hung out with, the girls got to pick the movie, and we were so fucking bored that me and my buddy walked out. But Kate and Leopold. Just because I think they picked it because X-Men was going on and Hugh Jackman was in it. And we were like, cool. And then I was like, this is not what anything I want to do. We walk out. But the worst movie I've ever seen is Independence Day 2.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's fucking bad. It's so bad, Jimmy, that I like halfway through was like, they're serious. Like, this is where this is going. Like, I could have sworn that we were going to have something pop up at some point, but here we are, and it ended, and I was like, what the fuck was that?
That was supposed to be the beginning of a new trilogy.
Yeah, it definitely shouldn't have been. That was fucking dog shit. That is by far the worst movie I've ever seen. But anyways, Zardoz, not the worst movie. Definitely glad I watched it. Don't know when the rewatch will happen. I'm sure at some point, you know.
Well, thanks to James, I now own it, so I can.
You guys watch the trailer for Zardoz?
No, I've never watched the trailer.
So I was trying to show Allison because she had overheard James and I talking, and was like, "What the fuck?" So I'm like, "Watch." And
Uh-oh.
And it's definitely like an old school trailer. Have you ever seen like the original Star Wars trailer? Like they're trying to show you what the movie's about, not just tease you at the theater. And I'm sitting there watching it and it's showing special effects that have I don't remember this in the movie, but they were definitely more neon and like strobe effects, definitely giving you seizures and shit. And just constantly saying Zardoz, Zardoz, Zardoz. And it's like, Jesus Christ, who saw this and was like, well, sorry, all the people on drugs. Other than that, who saw this and was like, dude, I have got to run to the theater, stand in line, and see this motherfucking movie. Because that did not draw my attention at all.
What was the tagline? Beyond something, beyond 2001, beyond life, beyond death?
Yeah, no, it's beyond 1984, beyond 2001, beyond life, beyond death. And I made a point when I saw that. I was like, that's fucking hysterical.
It's actually funny you say that, 2001, because I thought at the ending of this movie, where they're showing Sean Connery and Rippling, and they're sitting next to each other, and then the baby, and then the child, whatever. And I'm like, this is just as dumb as the intro to 2001.
Fuck you. Fuck
Yeah.
you.
Damn it.
And then it just ended, and I'm like, yes, exactly, just as dumb.
Fuck you. No.
That
No, I cannot stand by
That
this
hurts.
slander.
Dun, 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 dun,
It's
dun.
brilliant.
It's
No, that
great.
was Spaceballs. Ha, fooled you.
Spaceballs.
Best use of the
Fooled
music,
you.
not 2000.
Yeah.
I am disappointed in my own father. This is
You
tragic.
should be.
Welcome to being friends with Jimmy. Sometimes he's amazing. Other times he's so disappointing.
Hey,
And-
James, remember
look,
earlier
I
when
get-
Brandon...
Well, I was gonna say the best part is that no matter if he's disappointing or amazing, he's still got the same smile.
Look, I get why he doesn't like Blade Runner. I get why he doesn't like
Jimmy in his own head.
2001.
Jimmy in his own head is always just riding the wave. You know, if you're disappointed in him, he gives you a thumbs up. If you're
The
stoked,
fact that he will hold up the book as great, but then will slander the movie.
It all has to do with Saturn. If they had kept it with Saturn in the goddamn movie, I would have loved it. Jupiter's
Okay,
stupid.
I can agree with
No,
that.
I'm kidding. I don't like Stanley Kubrick. It sucked.
So, anyways,
The history major doesn't like Barry Lyndon?
I fucking love Barry Lyndon. Anyways,
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to answer that. No.
No, I knew you were going to answer no. That's why I said it facetiously.
So who's wait, where are you gonna go?
I saw a movie yesterday and they were showing trailers for what, because it was a movie from, I think, was it 2007, but they were showing trailers for what they were going to be showing in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And they showed a trailer for a movie called Point Blank. It's from 1967.
Directed by, yes.
It was the most absurdly long trailer. I was so fucking annoyed by it. And there's a part where it's supposed to, like, I guess, be creating dread. It's just the main character walking down a hallway, and they're really emphasizing his footsteps, like they're really loud.
And you know who directed Point Blank?
It's
John Boorman.
Did you not know that, Chase? Were you just accidentally bringing that up?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
I just
thought
happened
you
to
didn't
see
know
this
that. I was like,
yesterday, though. And it was,
Coincidence.
he was walking down the hallway. They stretched it out the entire trailer. It was like a 5-minute trailer. And they're really trying to emphasize the footsteps. It's supposed to be like, you know, something's coming, impending. And it was such a frustrating trailer to watch.
People in the 70s must have been so patient.
right?
Because damn.
Well, I mean, given that people did, in fact, I mean, not people on drugs, did in fact go and buy tickets to Zardoz, people who were sober, and they willingly sat through that.
I know why.
Attention span in the 70s must have
There
been
were
good.
3 TV stations back then. So it's like, fuck, I can't find anything on my 3 TV stations, so I might as well go see Zardoz.
I'll go see
That's
James
valid.
Bond in his underwear and a ponytail.
Oh.
It's great
oh.
market to be like, oh, he's half naked and there's boobs and they do reference penis. I'm there.
Guns? The gun is good.
The next day, someone was like, "What if you had a home box office network?"
And we'll show, what is that? Cadavers? Naked
Yeah.
cadavers or what? I can't remember what that show was they did. Or Real Sex. It's like, I'm not saying I know what that was, but
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're doing, HBO.
Zardoz single-handedly created streaming services.
internet's for porn. Yay.
So with that, I would say we've concluded talks of Zardoz. Who's up
Yeah.
next?
Oh, dear God.
Oh man, everybody,
Fuck.
buckle up. Do you see
Now,
you see the excited look on his face? This is the look I'm talking about.
Hey, before you say anything, remember, we agreed we can't pick movies that are just going to piss everyone off.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did Zardoz
I swear to
piss
God,
all
I
you
will leave
off?
right now.
So I want to play a game.
Oh, dear God. He's doing what I did, but worse.
Yes.
He's had years to perfect it, James. You're still learning.
So
Does that mean James is going to get worse?
Yes, probably.
Yeah. No, I'll
But
get
we'll
better.
love him.
I'll get better
My
and I'll
dad?
get worse.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll love him either way.
my dad is actually worse, believe it or not.
That is true. That is
100%.
yeah.
100%. So I was really stuck between three movies, which I didn't choose any of those. But it was Last Starfighter, Condor Man, and Victory. Victory
Damn,
was
those
going
are-
to be it because John Huston, one of his last films with Sylvester Stallone and Michael Caine and Von Sydow. Really loved that movie because it's about soccer. And I'm like, you know what? Those were movies I grew up with. And yes, I would like to subject my friends to it, but I'm not sure that's fair at this time.
I had The Last Starfighter.
Plus, it didn't seem like they were easy to find, so I didn't necessarily want to subject you guys to trying to get that.
Oh.
So I went with a movie with a director who has been nominated for Academy Awards. He's one of my favorite directors, but he never like pops to mind like, oh my God, one of the greatest directors of all time.
Are you as nervous as I am, Brandon?
He's two of his films have won a slew of Academy Awards.
Who the fuck
So
is
I
this?
want to do a guessing game and see if you guys can guess which movie. It's 1999 is the movie.
And this director's won a slew of Academy Awards for other
He
films.
has not, yeah, he has been nominated, but I don't believe he's ever won. But his films have won Best Picture. He has actors who won Best Actor in his films, and these are films you probably have seen, but they're very famous. And I'll give you more hints as we go.
Is it okay? Is it crime? Is it horror? Is it
No,
The director. Okay, director's one of
okay?
awards.
What is it? Is it a comedy? Is it a
yes, you could say it's a comedy.
you
Is it Eyes Wide Shut?
No, it's Stanley. Why would I pick a Stanley Kubrick? What is wrong with you, dude? Although,
A
yeah,
subversion of expectations.
right now with the Epstein files, that'd be hilarious to break that down and be like, look, he had a blueprint, he knew. And then
Yeah,
he got murdered.
I don't think Kubrick died. I think Kubrick was killed. Anyways,
I'm trying to think of.
You said it's not sci-fi?
Correct, it is not sci-fi.
There's.
I don't think he's ever.
I'm trying to think of Jimmy's sense of humor saying it could be a comedy.
well, director. I kind of want to follow the thread of director because that may give us a good hint if we can figure out who the director is.
So is it a comedy or what?
No, don't give us the director yet. I
Listen,
want to.
this might shock you. It's not an American-born director.
Damn computer, sorry.
Are they Canadian?
God, no. What's wrong with you?
Worth a shot.
Is it Lake Placid?
That would be interesting because that was better than I thought it would be when I saw it in the theaters, but no, it's not like that.
1999.
99.
Not
I
a
would
horror
say it's a
movie?
comedy.
Not a horror movie.
Wait a minute. I have an idea. I have an inkling.
Is it Three Kings?
No, but I do like that movie. The director has worked with Michael Douglas.
Holy shit.
He has worked with Danny DeVito. He has worked with Woody Harrelson. He has worked with Ed Norton. He has worked with F. Murray Abraham.
What's wrong with Murray Abraham?
He's worked with. Have you not seen Finding Forrester? He's an asshole.
True.
No, you said F. Murray Abraham.
Or Last Action Hero. Actually, Last Action Hero should give you a clue as to who I'm talking about.
Is it Tom Noonan again? Or
So what?
never mind.
He's worked with Jack Nicholson.
Is
He's,
it McTiernan?
he's worked with. Did I say Ed Norton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did say Norton.
He's worked with Courtney Love,
Ugh.
Tom Hulse,
I
Paul Giamatti. Let me know when are you ready to give up.
Is it the
Is
guy
that-
who did the holdovers?
No.
Okay.
Is
Wait.
it 1990 movie? Is it Dudley Do Right?
No, but my mom did love that. And again, stop with the Canadian shit, dude.
Hmm.
Brendan Fraser still rules though. So does
Yeah, he
Leslie Nielsen.
I know as well. Is it The Iron Giant?
No, that'd be good.
Is it Fight
Jerry-
Club?
Jerry Lawler.
Is this Man on the Moon?
Boom! Man on the Moon by Milos Forman.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
I just never think of him as this apex director, but he's done some of my favorite movies. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh.
You named the wrestler, and I finally figured it out.
Amadeus, which is amazing. People versus Larry Flint, which is amazing. And then Man on the Moon, which I absolutely love. He also had a cameo in Keeping the Faith, which Ed Norton directed, which I think is a hilarious movie. But yeah, I have been enamored with Man on the Moon since it came out. I was not a big Andy Kaufman fan other than Taxi, which made me find Man on the Moon even funnier that he hated his character on Taxi. But that's one you said, is it a comedy? I'm like, well, kinda. Is it a horror? It was for people who didn't understand Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, it was if you had no idea who Andy Kaufman was as a human.
Who the fuck is this guy?
But yes, my pick for, I guess, March is, or April, or whatever we're going to do, is Man on the Moon by Milos Forman, starring Jim Carrey, Paul Giamatti, and Courtney Love.
I'm so stoked for this. I forgot about Courtney Love in that movie. That bothers me, but whatever. I'll get through it.
It's great.
Did R.E.M. do the soundtrack for this one?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I can't say they did the whole soundtrack. I only know they did the one song. I don't know what else.
Courtney Love kept asking to do the soundtrack, and they said they didn't want it to suck, so they didn't want it.
No hole.
Well, wasn't with REM, wasn't Michael Stipe friends with him or no? I didn't know if he knew Andy.
All I know is that Man on the Moon heavily references Kaufman.
Why do you put past tense on Andy Kaufman? I don't understand.
What?
What are you saying?
Past tense when you're referring to Andy Kaufman. That was the joke. He's still around. Catch you
we actually had oh god, what the fuck was the name of the who was the character Andy Kaufman played all the time and show up as
Tony Clifton?
What?
Tony Clifton?
Tony Clifton. We actually there was a strain out for a while called Tony Clifton, and I was like, that's fucking. I think I was the only person who got it, but I was like,
awesome. So, now you guys know the film. Did I do okay? Is that?
I'm ready for it. Let's go, dude. Listen,
impressed or disappointed?
Even bad picks are gonna be good picks. I any excuse to sit down and watch a movie, I'm here for. So
yeah, I've been meaning to watch it.
Took it serious, and I didn't be like, I'm going to show them a movie to piss them off.
Just fucking show something that's so sad.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, Schindler's List.
Yeah,
I still like the sequel, Schindler's Fist.
Oh, so I forgot I was going to say this. Watching Zardoz, I was like, this could be to Dune what The Hobbit is to Lord of the Rings, and I wouldn't question it at all. I just had that thought at one point, and I was like,
are you referring to things that I will never see?
No, it's just like it could be like a prequel story, and I'm like, okay.
I don't know if I've shared this analogy with you before, but someone on Reddit said that Dune is for Star Wars fans who like Tool, and I fucking love that comparison every time I hear it. I'm like, God, you nailed it in one. You fucking nailed it.
The spice melange.
Cool, man. I'm here for Man on the Moon. Let's fucking do it. I'm excited. If you're watching this, you have a month to watch it. We'll probably talk first week of April or last week of March for the movie. So send us your comments and thoughts and questions and all that. And
if we timed this better, we could have done it right on April 1st. That would have been hilarious.
That would have
if you believe, we put a man on the moon.
James is falling. You're going to introduce James to an REM phase.
No,
he's already there, and he went the wrong route with like Keeping the Faith and crap like that.
What? No, I like Stand, Man on the Moon, and what's the frequency?
James looks like he's like wishing he had a window to jump out of.
I got one right there.
Michael Stipe has produced a lot of good films, especially American Movie. It's one of my favorite documentaries of all time.
Really?
It is so happy, sad, fucked up. Yes. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, have you seen it, Chase?
What's it called?
American Movie?
No.
Add me to the list.
How dare you make me update my list?
Yeah, I saw that
list.
That's one of those ones where I was dragged to in film school, like a film festival. And I'm like, dude, you make me watch all these shitty movies. I saw that one. I'm like, dude, this sounds like pretty good.
Well,
but it's sad and happy and good. But yeah,
you know, most things are sad and happy. That's fine.
Sappy.
Well, there you go. I'm actually excited. It's been a while since I've watched that, so I'm excited to carve some time out and give it another watch here. But
Me too. 'Cause I haven't seen it in ages, and I feel like it got ripped off because Jim Carrey was the star, and so people didn't take the movie serious as far as awards and such. But it's a brilliant fucking movie.
Yeah, I've honestly been meaning to see a lot more of Carrey's. I don't want to say more serious, but definitely a lot of his super important stuff aside from, Truman Show and the comedies. So this will be good to fill out that part of his career.
I'm sure we'll talk about it like with watching this movie, but like that, I feel like that is an early example of a typecasted actor wanting to do something different. And now it's so easy to do. It's like, oh, John Hamm does Mad Men, and then he shows up in Bridesmaids, he's fucking hysterical. Where back then it was like, if you're on TV, you're a TV actor. We don't put you in a movie. It's not how this goes. And if
we don't like your kind here.
Yeah. If you're a comedy actor, you be funny or you be nothing. So,
which is so tragic because I mean, so many comedic actors have proven they can do both so well.
1,000%. 1,000%. You have to be.
And then
Are you saying that Mork and Mindy could win an Academy Award? That's not possible, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Despite the fact it's Robin goddamn Williams, who's probably one of the greatest actors to have ever lived,
Wow.
So I just looked up American Movie because I was curious what he's talking about. In the very first review, the title is "So Sad It's Good."
It is. I'll give you a brief rundown. It's about a Wisconsin filmmaker, and I put filmmaker in quotes. He aspires to make movies, and he is just a random dude that's seen. It's like the poor man's Quentin Tarantino, who never actually made a movie. And he goes to make a movie, gets cast, gets funding, and I don't remember why, but instead of making the movie he just did, he goes back to complete a film he started called
Coven,
but it's pronounced Coven. It doesn't like Coven because it reminds him of he doesn't like Coven. He calls it Coven. He doesn't like Coven because it sounds like oven. So he calls it Coven.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his rationale.
Yeah, that tracks, I guess.
And he gets a credit card in the mail and is like, "Can you believe they sent me a credit card? Hell yeah, $5,000 to my film. They're never seeing that money back." And I'm like, "You said that on film."
Why does this feel vaguely like your fake ID says McLovin? Yeah, you can put any name you want on it. And you picked McLovin?
He somehow, if I remember correctly, worked in a cemetery to help fund and then got fired from the cemetery.
Okay.
How do you get fired from this?
His best friend wins some money in the lottery, just like a lottery ticket, $100 or something. He's like, "Yeah, don't tell him because he's gonna then try and take my money."
And is this like is this a mockumentary?
No, 100% documentary.
This actually happened?
Yep. They filmed him to make the movie that he wanted to make, and then he stopped to make the movie that he hadn't finished yet, so they just kept filming him.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
I recommend it because it really is. Like Chase read that review. That's all spot on.
What the first quote is, "Your AT&T Universal card has arrived. Oh God, kick fucking ass. I got a MasterCard. I don't believe it, man. Life is kind of cool sometimes."
Well, I'll add that to the list, but I'll make sure I watch it on a day that I'm feeling good, so it doesn't make me worse.
It's not Requiem for a Dream, sad. Not like that.
Oh, God.
It's like it's a documentary, so it's real life, and it's in Wisconsin.
Oh, so there's an absurdity to it. You can kind of.
I'm already sad.
Yeah, I'm already sad.
They somehow filmed it too when Green Bay won the Super Bowl, so it's like, I'll never get that, fuckers.
Yeah, at least you're realistic about it.
Yeah, true.
Well, thank you for watching, everybody. Make sure to comment, let us know. Got 1 month now. Watch Man on the Moon. We'll be back here. And until then, you guys have a nerdy week.